Empress here. I hope you're doing fabulously. Let me just say that you look amazing. I'm doing my best here with 5 inches of regrowth to try to keep it together to make this video. And here's the message loud and clear. Just because somebody doesn't have 2 black eyes does not mean they're not being abused. I find it very intriguing how being houseless or carsteading or homeless, however you want to best describe this, interacting with people, the first thing I get is, wow, you don't look like you'd be homeless, or you're very, very smart. How could this possibly be true that you're homeless? Or, I don't see you crying. Or you don't have any marks on your body, or you're not a drug addict, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's like a million different ideas of what people have of what somebody needing help looks like. And just because somebody may not look exactly the way you think somebody who needs help should look like does not mean they don't need help. Now, the first thing I believe to be true in all of my psychological training is that if somebody asks for help, they need it, right? Nobody goes around asking for help just for shits and giggles, okay? And definitely not as long as I have. I find it, again, very concerning and I don't know, mind-blowing, the number, the hundreds of people, the tens of thousands if you consider all of my networks cumulatively on social media, how many I've asked for help and how few have actually done anything for whatever the myriad of reasons is, right? I know myself, if I ran across me as one of my friends or colleagues and somebody was asking for help like I have, I don't know how I couldn't at least return an email, saying, gosh, I'm going to pray for you, or, I'm going to let my people at my church know, or something to that effect, right? But the reality is, when somebody asks for help, almost everybody gets extremely uncomfortable. It's why you hear people who are injured and they knock on someone's door in the middle of the night and they get shot, because people just can't comprehend another human being really needing help. And then if they do, if they're not completely filthy, black in dirt, and have 2 huge black eyes, that they mustn't need it either. So, all I wanted to make this message was about today is that, if somebody's asking you for help, they need it. And it's not something, in my opinion, you can judge the looks of somebody by as to whether or not you really feel they deserve that help. Help or not is absolutely your choice, but don't allow your mind or what somebody else has taught you about somebody needing help and what that looks like. I'm an empath, and so I've been helping people since I can remember, right? I had a friend back in 4th grade, I think it was, that was being sexually molested by her grandfather. And she had told everybody in her family, her parents, her aunts, her uncles, the grandfather lived in the house. And she came to me one day and said, I'm being molested. And I told absolutely everybody. I told the principal, I told the school nurse, I told the secretary, and that man ended up getting put away for years and years and years and years. But nobody would listen to her. Nobody would believe that that could possibly be true, that she needed help. And I absolutely didn't question it. It was like the fact that she was asking me for help was enough for me to take action and to do everything I could in my power as a 4th grader to help her. And I can't tell you how many times that girl thanked me and cried to me about how grateful she was that I listened to her, and that I didn't think she was crazy, and that nobody else would. And so I just ask you to consider that, because so many could give a rip. And I find it very troubling in this day and age that people don't help and that people refuse to look, especially when somebody's asking. So I just thought I would share that. We'll see you on the next video. I love you.